So continuing with the physiological effects of massage therapy, depending upon the amount of pressure applied and the speed of the stroke, many results can occur. Light, slow stroking evokes rhythmic relaxation. Fast, deep strokes increases blood flow to the area. So light and slow stroking evokes systemic relaxation. Fast and deep stroke increases blood flow. Cardiovascular changes, if we discuss about cardiovascular changes, deep friction or vigorous massage was thought to produce vascular changes. Research failed to support those theories. No increase in cardiac output, blood pressure, or increased arterial blood pressure flow was revealed. Massage can produce decreased heart rate, breathing rate, and blood pressure if the purpose is for inducing systemic relaxation. So, if we talk about uh, massage, if we do a relaxation type of massage where we are using light and slow stroking, so this type of massage can increase your increase your cardiovascular changes like decreases heart rate, breathing rate, blood pressure, and other things, uh, inducing systemic relaxation. So moving to the next slide, Petrissage has been shown to decrease in neuromuscular excitability, but only during the massage. Effects confined to muscle being massaged. Petrissage has been shown to decrease the neuromuscular excitability. Neuromuscular excitability means the stimulus which you are stimulating your muscles and exciting your contraction and relaxation, but only during the massage. Effect is only confined to a muscle which is being massaged. And deep effleurage, circular and transverse friction has shown to improve the flexibility. So relaxation, decrease neuromuscular excitability, just try to note down the points. Increase and improve flexibility. These are the 3 or 4 points which we have just just discussed about the massage, different types of massage. Massage is less effective in decreasing the muscular recovery time. It may be effective in reducing amount of DOMS, little reduction in muscle fatigue when performing between exercises. So if you do a massage therapy and if you think that the recovery time will become less, so it is not like that. But if you want to reduce the DOMS in the muscles, so massage will be helpful. Okay. Coming to the next slide, edema reduction. When performed properly, it can increase venous and lymphatic flow. When performed properly, this is the main effect of the massage. It helps in reduction of edema. Reduces pain by decreasing the pressure from swelling. Mechanical pain can be reduced. Swelling and edema are reduced by the help of increase in the venous and lymphatic flow. By interrupting muscle spasm, mechanical pain can be reduced. By interrupting muscle spasm, mechanical pain can be reduced. By reducing edema, mechanical pain also can be reduced. By increasing blood flow, increasing waste removal, chemical pain can be removed. So when your blood flow is increasing, lymphatic flow is increasing venous return. So what happens? The flow is increasing, all the materials, all the waste materials, metabolic waste that have accumulated in your body can easily drain from that site and activates your healing process and reduce activates sensory nerves and inhibits pain. So it also works on the principle of pain gate theory. So coming to the next slide, techniques that stretch a muscle, elongate fascia, or mobilize soft tissue adhesions or restrictions are all mechanical techniques, and mechanical effects are always accompanied by some reflex effects. As mechanical stimulus become more effective, reflex stimulus become less effective. Muscles Massage is done either for mechanical stretching or relief pain associated with trigger points. So these techniques, mechanical effects, where you do elongation, stretching, fascia mobilization, breaking of adhesions, like you are doing in kneading. So these mechanical effects also accompanied by some reflex effects. And totally combinedly, this mechanical and reflex effect help in reducing your pain, muscle tightness, all the things. Muscle massage is done either for mechanical stretching or relieving pain associated with the trigger point. So trigger points, do you know what is trigger point? Trigger point is a tight nodule formation in your soft tissues like muscle, and these trigger points are very painful. They are like P in shape, and when you touch this type of trigger point, you will feel a very severe type of pain. If you want to reduce these trigger points, you can use dry needling also and massage therapy also. Coming to the next slide, massage has been shown to increase skin temperature, increase sweating, and decrease resistance to electrical current. So when you're massaging any soft tissues, overlying skin, is when you rub that skin, you will feel the temperature of that skin is increased, and due to increased venous returns and lymphatic flow, the sweating is also increased in that area. It has been shown to toughen yet soften the skin, acts directly on the surface of the skin to remove dead cells, stretches, and breaks fibrous tissue. So when you rub the skin, when you apply a pressure, when you apply a mechanical force, you will feel and you will see that all the dead cells over your skin will remove, and you'll feel a new skin beneath your dead cells will come up. Stretches and breaks down your fibrous tissues, any tight bands, any nodules, any shortening. You'll see that these things are decreases after massage. One-on-one treatment reduces patient anxiety, depression, and mental stress. So psychologically, massage also help to relax yourself. And if a patient is anxious, depression, mental stress, all these things are relieved by relaxation type of massage therapy. Patient compliance is increased and patient gains confidence in clinicians. So patient will feel motivated after the session of massage, and this type of treatment will help to boost the patient psychologically also. Afuraj, all the videos you have seen of different techniques. So here you can see that on back. This is the way if you want. I have uploaded the link of that video in Google Classroom, so you can go and see that video. What is the way of doing Afuraj from distal to proximal, proximal to distal in both fashion? You can do that, but try to be gentle. Don't be too harsh on the patient. Don't try to use too much of the force. Stroking of the skin performed with palm of hand stimulates deep tissues. Performed with fingers to stimulate sensitive. Superficial rhythmic stroking contours the body to relate to directions of underlying muscles. So contour of the hand with the body should be there, because if your hand and body does not coordinate with each other, your massage therapy will not be beneficial, will not be fruitful to the patient. Deep stroking follows course of vein and lymph vessel. If you want to do a deep type of stroking, just try to know the course of veins, lymph nodes, and just try to drain your veins and lymph vessel into the lymph nodes. Okay, so in this way, the flow of venous returns and lymph will facilitate. So coming to the effleurage, it is maybe performed slowly for relaxation or rapidly to encourage blood flow. Stimulates the tissue, perform in rhythmic manner. All the massage is performed in rhythmic manner. Okay, effleurage you can do slowly and rapidly also. To stimulate blood flow, you will do it rapidly. To stimulate relaxation, you will do it slowly. One hand should always be in contact with the skin. This is explained in the video very nicely. Light effleurage is performed at the beginning and end of the massage, or maybe used between the massage strokes. So at the beginning relaxes patient and indicates area to be treated, and at the end calms down any irritated area. So at the beginning relax the patient and it indicates the area to be treated. Just try to explain the patient also that what you are doing on the patient, what you will do in the patient, and at the end just calm down and any irritated area just try to relax that area. So coming to the petrissage, lifting and kneading of the skin, subcutaneous tissues and muscles, perform with fingers and hands. Skin is gently lifted between the thumbs and fingers and palm and gently rolled and kneaded in the hand. Often performed without lotion, freeze adhesions by stretching and separating muscle fiber, fascia and scar tissue while assisting with venous return and milking or waste products. So here you can see that, just see in this diagram, and in this diagram you are doing petrissage. You will just lift the skin, you will roll that skin, then you knead that skin. Okay, so here you can see that one hand is moving in this direction and another hand is moving in this direction. Okay. So when you will move in opposite direction, you will feel a, a bunch of your skin is moving between your hands. You just try to hold that skin, uh, lift that skin, just try to wring that skin, and then knead that skin, and then release it slowly. Coming to the friction type of massage, here you can see that this is a circular type of friction, transverse type of friction we have seen in the video. Okay. So goal is to mobilize the muscle and separate the adhesions that restricts movement and cause pain. Mobilize and separate the adhesions. This is for the small areas like trigger point we have discussed. So on trigger point you can do circular and transverse type of friction massage to loosen that trigger point, that bands of of the muscle which is formed inside the muscle, facilitates local blood perfusion, not necessarily a pleasing treatment. So friction type of massage is not necessarily pleasing type. No, I'll tell you, it is not at all pleasing. You'll do it very slowly, then it will please you. But if you do with a force which is needed in friction type of massage, so it is not pleasing at all, whether you are doing a circular or transverse type of massage. Apply with the thumbs, working in circular motion, effective in treating muscle spasm and trigger point. I just told you for the trigger point. So transverse friction is applied with the thumbs or fingertips, stroking the tissues from opposite directions. In this picture, you can see it very clearly. thumbs or fingertips, stroking the tissue from opposite direction, from lateral side and medial side. Therapist has holded a trigger point between his finger and thumb and can use elbow end of rolling pin etc. for larger area. And it reaches the deep tissues, begin lightly and then move the firmer strokes. Muscles should be placed in relaxed position. Your all muscles should be placed in relaxed position whenever you are doing any type of massage. This point you should note down that whenever you are positioning a patient for any type of massage, any type of exercise therapy, any active, passive, resisted type of motion, your patient should be and target area should be in relaxed position. And massage, friction massage should be avoided in acute condition. Effective in tendinitis or other joint so tendinitis and joint adhesions, and this the friction massage is indicated. Temportment is a type of which therapy it is a type of temportment. Gentle tapping or ponding of the skin. Most common forms uses ulnar side of the wrist to contact the skin, like karate chop. The wrist and fingers are usually limp. Alternate methods cups the hand and promote relaxation and desensitization of the irritated nerve ending. So it is helpful in desensitization of the irritated nerve ending. Whether you feel whenever someone is pushed you and you just hit yourself by the like moving around in that situation, you're in that condition. If you feel that you're feeling a pain more than as usual, so that condition is known as hypersensitivity of the nerves, free nerves ending. So if you want to relax and desensitize that, like the dentists do in RCT, root canal therapy, they what they do, they desensitize your root canal. Okay, so this is also a temportment is also a desensitization therapy for your free nerve irritated endings. Vibrations, rapid shaking of the tissues, soothes peripheral nerves. Mechanical device can also be used for the vibration. For vibration, we normally use mechanical devices. I hope you guys have seen different type of mechanical devices. I'll just show you what are the different type of mechanical vibration devices which is used in physiotherapy, which is used in treatment of chest physiotherapy and other type of treatments uh, which help to relax your soft tissues and which help to loosen the secretions of the chest in in lung collapse and other things.